The mask of the narcissist creates a construct. It protects their identity of the false prophet, of wolves in sheep's clothing. Also, those of us that interact with narcissists, we also have a mask. I'll call it the mask of deniability or plausible deniability or just basic denial. Delusional expectations of who these people are. The mask of the narcissist fell off today because the narcissist has a construct. The construct is an image of a good person, that they are doing God's will, that they are helping people, that they're doing everything they can to maintain their admittance to heaven. We, those that interact with the narcissist, also have a mask of cloak of not having spiritual discernment. We are the receivers. We are the victims, the snared. We are the people that interact with the narcissist. The narcissists have a mask on. We are the ones that are caught in the snare of the fowler. The owl looks like it has a mask because the agents of Satan wear masks. They are not who they appear to be. They are not authentic. They are not true. They are not honest-hearted. They are not good people. But they portray that they in fact are good people, that they care about you, that they're doing God's will. What they do is they will slander and do your sin inventory and tell everybody else what a bad person you are, because that's a decoy. Why do they decoy that? They decoy it so that the mask that they wear, you can't see who they are, because as long as they're looking at you, they're not looking at them. This is why Satan's kingdom loves Halloween. Hosea 4:8, God's people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. This is why the agents of darkness wear a mask to cloak their true identities as agents of the kingdom of darkness. The snare of the fowler comes to steal, kill, and destroy our identity in the kingdom of God. The snare of the fowler gaslights and twists and projects onto us our identity that they actually own. The identity they project onto us, that really belongs to the agent of darkness. But they tell you who they are when they do your sin inventory. We start to believe, due to their wicked manipulations, that we are wrong, that we are bad, that we are sinners, that we're going straight to hell because we're not perfect. Now, this might be a news flash for you, but no one's perfect. The devil masquerades and the agents of Satan masquerade as angels of light. They pretend to be something that they are not. They literally wear a mask. This is a real thing. The construct of the snare of the fowler is creating a fake image that is not true. So, for example, a web that a spider makes, it looks attractive because it's invisible. But once you get stuck in the web, in an agent of darkness web of destruction, their goal is to steal, kill, and destroy who you are and your identity. You end up in captivity. This is why Jesus says we have to free the captives. The agents of darkness create an elaborate web that they weave, whose purpose is to deceive. Those of us will literally introduce God's will on earth as it is in heaven. The kingdom of heaven will invade this earth because God has ordained it. God's kingdom lives in the present. It does not live in the past from the Bible, and it doesn't live sometime in the future waiting for Jesus to arrive. It is occurring right now as I speak. When God says that people are going to come to him, Lord, Lord, did we not prophesy in your name and cast out demons in your name? And the Lord is going to say, get away from you. I don't know you, you workers of lawlessness. This is because when we're introducing God's will on earth as it is in heaven, it looks like we're crazy. I mean, I was just told that I was literally off my rocker yesterday by someone in an email in all capital letters. And so I'm sure that they told Noah he was off his rocker for 300 years of saying the earth would flood. It never rained. The deceptive perspective is to ensnare God's people and to destroy their calling, their destiny, and God's purpose for their lives. Those of us that God has chosen to do his work, those of us that have accepted our callings, our missions, our destinies, our mantles, are under attack from the agents of darkness because of who we are in God's kingdom. The agents of darkness leave you alone. If you're part of God's kingdom, they love their own. They usually don't hate you. But if they absolutely hate you for no reason because of their own stupidity and lack of knowledge, then they probably hate you because you're not amongst their kind. It may seem like we're crazy because we deal with high-level spiritual warfare that most people do not experience. God is refining us and training us for our appointments and our assignments and our mandates to literally bring heaven to earth. In Luke 6:20, it talks about blessed are those that are persecuted, blessed are those that hate you, blessed are those that exclude you. Because remember, Satan loves his own kind. If you're not of this world, then they don't like you. And they say that you're crazy, and they say that you're off your rocker, and you can't possibly be doing God's will because you have to be crazy to do God's will. Again, they thought Noah was crazy. They thought Moses was crazy. They, of course, thought Jesus was crazy. So I might be off my rocker, but I believe that I'm doing God's will on earth as it is in heaven. And a lot of Satan's people don't like what I do. It makes them very uncomfortable, and they don't like me. So they decide to give me a label and say that I'm crazy. But maybe doing God's will, you have to be crazy to do it.